You're listening to Kerry Lutz's Financial Survival Network, where you get valuable information you just can't find anywhere else. To thrive in today's trying times, you need the Financial Survival Network, now more than ever. Go to financialsurvivalnetwork.com and get your free newsletter and gift. Financial Survival Network, now more than ever.
And welcome. You are listening to watching the Financial Survival Network. Well, as we speak, the price of Bitcoin is currently at 20,800 and change. And well, if you look at the chart of Bitcoin for the year, it is nothing but red. 5-year, it's still substantially higher, but it gives you perspective. We're going to talk to a blockchain expert here, Sergej Kunz. Serge, coming to you from Germany. It's great to have you on the show, Serge. So what do you make of Bitcoin, blockchain? The blockchain is forever. It's going to keep going on, but it's going to have some hiccups on the way, isn't it?
Hi. First of all, thanks for the invitation. It's a pleasure to be here. Blockchain is cool, but there are still problems to solve. The growing state. There are some projects who call that they are blockchain, but have often shutdowns, like Solana, for example. But this is the future, definitely. So I'm explaining sometimes like that. If you just imagine Elon Musk is flying to Mars, create a colony, and the colony needs to exchange the money between Earth and Mars. They have to use blockchain because you don't have to trust a person or Earth or Mars. So you had just used a cryptographically proven technology to exchange values.
Right. And obviously, new technology, everything's moving to the blockchain. I mean, NFTs in their current state, I kind of don't really understand where values come in as far as selling works of art or whatever that you don't even have the rights to distribute. Is this just another kind of advance in the blockchain? What's the significance of it?
So NFTs can be used in different manner. So I have my NFT here on my Apple Watch, my Bored Ape, and it's like art. It's like I bought something like painting maybe, and I can put it on the wall. I put it on my Apple Watch, yeah. So, and I truly own it. For sure, it's digital kind of, it's just an NFT on the blockchain. It's an asset, but NFTs can be also used for something else, for digital passport, for example. It can also be an NFT. You need to work around that and need to work with the government and so on, but it's possible. But it's maybe also a good use case. So based on the idea, you can verify that this wallet is yours and you are allowed to do something with this wallet. For example, when we will have a permission DeFi, not like this DeFi where everyone can participate. I'm pretty sure regulators will come and ask for KYC and ML. It's very important to prove that this wallet is owned by you. So, and you're in charge of it, and you have to pay taxes based on what you do with that. Also, NFTs can be, for example, I can tokenize apartment, or I can tokenize a car, Porsche, for example, or Ferrari. And this can be easily traded somewhere on secondary market. So like who own this Porsche NFT, for example, is owning 911, for example. Yeah, and you can take this NFT and burn it on specific places and get 911, for example. Yeah. So there's a lot of use cases. Right now we see these Bored Apes, punks, and other NFTs collections. It's like hype for sure. Yeah. Today they like costs less than I bought it like a couple of weeks ago. But it's okay. It's also potentially store of value. It's like similar to art, paintings, for example. Yeah, kind of.
Okay. So the ability to prove and to transfer ownership, NFTs really will open up the pathway for that then.
We have already products for, right now. They are Realty, for example, realty.co. They are operating in US, and they right now not working with NFTs, but maybe soon. So NFT can be also be a part of whole kind of. If you have an apartment, you can have for each square meters one NFT. So and you can buy some square meters and get paid for the rent, for example. Realty is doing that right now. Based on ERC's 20 tokens, you have tokens like shares in the apartment. You get rent every week. It's also a great thing. It's tokenization, and in the future we'll see more of it. Sure.
Okay, so where do you think it holds the most promise, NFTs, and where do you think we're going to see it most in effect?
Tokenization of real assets.
Okay.
Like apartments. So, for example, I can buy a villa fully trustful on in decentralized manner, which is tokenized as an NFT. So someone is setting a bet, like offer. I'm gonna sell a house for this specific amount of money, and someone can buy it. Yeah, and on the buy process, it's just one single transaction. You get it on the wallet, and with this NFT, you can go and get the right papers, docs of ownership of the assets. Right now, I know a couple of startups who are working right now with Dubai government to have kind of a pilot in this manner. How I explained right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So yeah. So how do you make money off of this? How do you profit from it?
You mean how to make profit from NFTs, which are tokenized real assets, or
from the blockchain? You know,
it depends what you're gonna do with it. So if you're a marketplace like OpenSea, you earn a lot of money. So if people are using your platform and buy and sell NFTs, you can charge fees on that. Mm-hmm. So and there are a lot of other options how to make money. People like retail people can buy NFT and sell it more expensive, or they can also lose a lot of money because the price drops. What's happened actually to me with the apes, but I'm not sold, not lost.
I see. All right. Well, that's reasonable. And so how long have you been involved in the blockchain, Sergej? How'd you get there?
Don't just survive, thrive. The Financial Survival Network.
Fury Gold Mines is a Canada-focused exploration and development company committed to aggressively growing its scalable, high-grade gold assets with major drill campaigns planned across its 3.5 million ounce portfolio. Fury is led by a management team of proven explorers and developers with a track record of success in advancing and financing project development. Fury Gold Mines is well positioned to create value for investors with low-risk development growth and the potential for a new major discovery. Fury Gold Mines trades on the TSX and NYSE American under the ticker FURY. To learn more, go to furygoldmines.com. That's furygoldmines.com.
This is the Financial Survival Network, the information you need to thrive now more than ever.
So my first touch points with blockchain were 2011, I guess. My colleague in the startup where I was working was speaking about blockchain and Litecoin, Bitcoin. he showed me how to mine Litecoin on my MacBook. I played around with that a little bit, and I stopped to investigate what to do with that. Next touch point with Ethereum was 2016 December. I have seen a video how one guy explained how to earn money by building on mining rigs. Mm-hmm. After that, the next half year I spent to build my own mining rigs. I had like 150 graphic cards.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was a lot. And I was mining a long time, as long as it was profitable in Germany. Then I sold it in January 2018 before the crash. It was cool. Then I met my co-founder Anton through common friend, and I had my YouTube channel, Cryptomaniac. I was speaking like on the channel in live streams sometimes just videos about cryptocurrencies, about mining. And one day I started to speak about that people shouldn't invest in Ponzi schemes, because I've seen in Russian YouTube space. So I was born in Russia, in Siberia, and moved to Germany with 12 years. But I still I can speak Russian, German, English. And I have seen a lot of like Ponzi schemes based on Ethereum smart contracts. And I try to explain people do not invest in Ponzi schemes. You will lose all the money. And I started to explain this is a smart contract. And you don't have to trust them because you don't know what's happening under the hood. You need to read the smart contract code before you do something. Yeah. So, and I explained no code, no trust. Code there, you need to know how to read it. You need to understand what's happening. And I started to, together with Anton, my co-founder, to explain people how to read such smart contract, how to write smart contracts. And then we have really like long story in small amount of time. We started to participate in hackathons, like competitions around the globe. We participated in 17 hackathons. I won a lot of prizes. One of these hackathons we have built one each. Like the first protocol which we have built was the aggregation protocol. Mm-hmm. We solved just our own problem. It's the story from Porsche AG, how Porsche was built. The first Porsche was built. It's like. So I was working for Porsche. That's why I know this story. And this story is really cool. The thing is, the Ferry Porsche, the son of the Ferdinand Porsche, the founder of the company, they was looking for a car, specific car. He wanted this cabrio roadster like car. He didn't find it. This beautiful, nice car, and he just built it by himself in the garage. Right. And we actually the same we did by ourselves. We didn't find a place where we can exchange for the best rate, because you never know where to exchange, because every exchange has own liquidity, own rates, and you need actually an algorithm which decides how many should be exchanged where to get the best rate. For example, if you're gonna buy Tesla stock for $100 million, you this is extreme case, but yeah, a good case to explain. You will not go to Frankfurt exchange, right? You would just use something which would detect where to exchange how much to not lose the money because of the low liquidity on each of these exchanges. So yeah, and we have just built it over 2 nights with no sleep. It was really kind of difficult and funny at the same step. And then we recognized a week later that people started to use it. People started to share with everyone the link, and we started to improve that. We added more liquidity. We introduced more complex algorithm which use different market depths. So, for example, if you're exchanging Ethereum to stablecoin like USDC, it makes maybe sense to exchange part of the Ethereum to Bitcoin and then to USDC. Maybe a part to DAI and then to USDC, and so on and so on. There are a lot of markets. Like you can imagine, there's order books on Binance or Coinbase Pro, and each of these order book has own liquidity and own kind of tightly spread. And market makers try to keep it tight, and our algorithm is kind of arbitrage tool, which just go to every order book and get exchange a little bit everywhere with good rate to achieve the best result. Yeah, this is kind of my story. In the between, I was living in the office because my wife left me in 2018. And yeah, she decided that I should leave the own flat. And I had my office for mining. So I bought air bed and was sleeping on that like 1 year. Together with my daughter. Like I have her to 50%, and all the time she was with me. Then I started to like travel around the globe, participating in the hackathons, had more time because like no wife, less kind of things. I have to invest my time. I spent time with my daughter. She was sleeping like at 8, and from 8 to 1 to 2 a.m. in the night, I was working on something, building manage, and day over I was like working for consulting company, and later then for Porsche itself as a software engineer. But it was really funny. I had no shower in the office, but this was kind of a situation where I understood, okay, now I can concentrate on something, and I know that I will achieve something by just working hard, and keep building, so on.
All right. Well, that makes sense. So looking ahead, if we're looking at the next big disruption that the blockchain technology is going to cause, where do you see it?
So right now we have kind of a bearish market, I would say. The prices dumped. But if you look on the traditional finance, stock exchange also dumped. I was like 30% of my investments in stock. And it's difficult. The thing is with the blockchain is this is kind of new technology. You can imagine this time when Google started to the first products, Amazon and so on. And a lot of people didn't trust them. They didn't think that they will change the world, but they did. And this is the time again right now. We are changing the world. We are making the financial system more efficient. For example, right now, if the bank would like to exchange Singapore dollar to euros or US dollars, they have to do a lot of things and involve third parties and brokers and whatever else. And it takes time, potentially, when the money comes. Right now, on the blockchain, you can just do it the same in one single transaction. So JP Morgan is experimenting. They have right now a test pilot. They forked Ethereum. Kind of, they use the same technology, but proof of authority. And they forked Uniswap V2, deployed it on blockchain, and they showed to other banks how banks in the future can exchange money just by using a blockchain and DeFi technology. And makes sense in this case. Also use our algorithm, for example, to achieve the best rate. Also in the future, we will see, for example, like all the securities trading in permission DeFi, fully legal, so 24/7. So no one close on the weekends. You can just sell on Sunday your Tesla stock if you don't like them anymore.
Yeah. So 24/7 stock markets, and what a lot of people might not be aware of is that there's a lot of what we call busted trades on the markets where trades gets placed, but then there's a glitch, whatever, and then they can't figure out who bought and who sold. And that obviously will be one of the things that gets done away with. Well, Serge, appreciate you coming on. Just tell us your site, where we can find you and find out more about you.
You can find us at oneinch.io, oneinch.io. This landing page, you can find almost everything, software developer documentation. If you have no idea how to improve the OneInch network, you want to build a new product which would use it, or maybe extend the OneInch network itself, you can apply for a grant. You can get small money to start to work on that full time. So we know how it was for us. I had to work on multiple jobs. Yeah, and found all the time in the nights to work on this project. It's hard, to work on different things at the same time. So we have Twitter, subscribed on the Twitter. It's also the best place to get the news of One Inch Network itself. Yeah, and maybe one more thing. What do you think? Why we call it 1 inch?
Good question, and that thought did cross my mind. So please tell us. So
Bruce Lee?
Yes.
Yeah, and Bruce Lee had this 1 inch punch, and it was executed from distance from 1 inch, 2.5 centimeters, and he just pushed the opponent just away, meters away from the distance of 1 inch. Very powerful, very efficient punch, and we're doing the same on the blockchain.
Yeah,
we are highly efficient, and you save time and money by using 1 inch instead of directly Uniswap or other products, because you get on the best rate because on 1 inch, because we aggregate the whole liquidity in the market.
All right. Interesting. I like the analogy. I think it's a good thing. And hey, we'll talk to you again. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
Thanks for listening to Kerry Lutz's Financial Survival Network, your solution to today's trying times. For the latest, go to financialsurvivalnetwork.com. Financial Survival Network, now more than ever.